How you doing, guys? Professor EDC with another BLADE-OSOPHY video. Today we come to the conclusion on the Book of Five Rings by Miyamoto Musashi, and it's a rather complex topic. The religion at that time in Japan was Shinto, and still exists in Japan, but from China came Buddhism. So when Musashi retired as a swordsman, he took up the arts. He took up painting, he took up poetry, and how do you say handwriting? But well, it's handwriting anyways. And as a spiritual path, he took up Buddhism, and in Buddhism there is this teaching about, and it's one of the top teachings that Buddhists say it might take you a whole lifetime or even many lifetimes to understand and actualize the teaching. And is that right? Actualize? I don't think so. Anyways, to fully comprehend and live the teaching. That's what I'm trying to say. And anyways, just wanted to give that background. I'm going to try to explain something that is beyond me. I have been teaching Buddhism for many years, and this is a concept that, though I may understand, I am not the best person to explain it, but I will do my best in doing so, and focused not on Buddhism but rather on what Miyamoto Musashi is saying. Okay, so, and accompanying us are these beautiful blades that have become my favorite folding knives. I absolutely adore these knives. They have surprised me, and I just can't seem to put them down. And not only that, I want more. And this is but one person's fault, and that person already knows who he is. But anyways, let's go on to Musashi. And he says, by knowing our mentality, speaking with an honest attitude, having a sincere spirit as our basis, practicing martial arts in a bigger sense or a deeper sense, thinking with clarity and having a heart and having an understanding heart, we'll make the path out of emptiness, and we'll see the path as empty. Let me repeat the last sentence. We'll make the path out of emptiness, and we'll see the path as empty. Within emptiness, there's good, but evil does not exist. Wisdom exists. Reason exists. The path exists. Our mind is empty. And that's how he closes the book. And it is a very high teaching. I think, and the best example I have come up with is the process of Pablo Picasso. And Picasso had a very strict father, and the era that he lived in was rather strict in the arts. And so he learned how to paint the traditional way. And when I mean the traditional way, I mean how painters used to learn, and they had to master color, and they had to master drawing, and they had to master negative, and so on. And so he became he did all this, he studied all this, he mastered all, and he became so tired of it that he almost quit. And it's very impressive when you can see this paired, the pairing of his history with his paintings. These I saw in one of the museums of Pablo Picasso in Barcelona, Spain, and I was amazed of his story and his history, because he mastered all this skills, and his process took him to a place where he unlearned what he had to learn. Now, when I say unlearn, I don't mean to go blank and erase everything, but he freed himself from those chains without losing the skill and knowledge he had already acquired. Oh my God, I surprised myself. I put that sentence together. Anyways, and that's something that we can live in our lives when we focus, when we dedicate ourselves, when we invest ourselves in something, right? We come to a point where we are no longer learning or studying. That's a better word. We're no longer studying, and creativity starts to kick in. And that's what happened to Picasso. His true nature, his creativity came about in this place of emptiness. And that is the teaching that Musashi is giving us in the end of the book, and what Buddhists teach as emptiness. Well, of course, it's wider and it's deeper than what I'm saying, but focusing just in Musashi, he was able to practice and practice and practice and study strategy and study opponents, and suddenly, when face to face, he was able to be a creative swordsman and to start his own school and his own technique. The technique of the two swords, or the two heavens, and it is called. And what I get from all of these is the importance of learning, of updating ourselves, of updating our knowledge. And the moment we stop learning, we start becoming petrified. And I mean this literally. I mean, thought must be challenged. Intelligence must be challenged. And when there is something opposing us, that is not so bad, because we are given the opportunity to learn from that and to challenge our intelligence. It's not so much a matter of the the other one, but rather a matter of ourselves. Who's right, who's wrong, who cares? What are you getting out of it? Are you learning from that experience? Because that's the objective, you know? That's what we have to aim for. That's what we have to get out of it. Learn from that experience. And if it's a bad experience, learn from it so that it never happens again. If it's a good and beneficial experience, then repeat. Learn how to have the recipe to be able to repeat that. But we must develop various and many skills and enter this simulator of our own minds and simulate situations so that we can repeat them in our minds, in meditation, in thought, just relaxing. And when these situations come about, then we will be ready and we will be able to be creative, to have a creative response and not react and in an argument with our significant other, for example. This could be the difference between a divorce or a higher step up in the relationship. Same as in a business meeting. It could mean that we shut out and ignore what is happening, or we confront the situation with intelligence and we challenge our intelligence and respond with a deeper intelligence or with wisdom, which it is something that we are striving to arrive to, right? To be wise men and women. And I think that place where this is born, and this is taken in other philosophies as the Big Bang or the beginning of life or the beginning of creation, and that's exactly it. That's what I'm talking about, creativity and Picasso, you know, that space of nothingness, that space of emptiness. And to recognize that there is a practice in meditation when we focus our attention in our breathing and we inhale, and right there when we stop inhaling and before we exhale, there is a brief space between both where nothing is happening. And that's a simile to what I'm saying. It is the same when we let go of the breath and we exhale, and right at the end of that exhalation and before the inhalation, there is that space of nothingness, of emptiness. And that's a simile to what I'm trying to communicate here. Well, what do you think of all this? This is the conclusion. And for next weekend, I have already two books in mind, two very good books, and it will be a surprise. So you have to find out for yourselves, and well, let me know what you guys think. All right, I want to thank all of you for watching this episodes on the Book of Five Rings by Miyamoto Musashi. It is a good book with advice not only for martial arts or the art of war, but rather for the everyday life. And that is what I'm going to keep on trying to do, to bring that wisdom of everyday life from great thinkers and try to do them justice humbly in my own words, and relate that, of course, to our so beloved blades. And that point of emptiness is right here, point zero, or level 0 on the edge, right? It's neither this side or this one. It's a whole new different one. Anyways, I hope you have a great week. Hope all of your problems that you're going through, they get solved. And if you are sick or a loved one is sick, I hope they get well, and may fortune smile upon you, and have a wonderful week, my friends. This is Professor EDC leaving you your homework. Subscribe, share, click on the bell for notifications, like and participate. If you'd like to send me an email to contact me, you can do so through email or Instagram. Professor EDC out.